If your team is spending hours every week copying data from emails into spreadsheets, from invoices into accounting software, or from customer forms into your CRM, you're losing thousands of dollars every month to manual data entry. I'm going to show you exactly how small businesses are using AI to eliminate this work completely, and what that means for your bottom line. Manual data entry is one of the biggest hidden costs in small business operations. Your team receives an invoice by email. Someone opens it, reads the vendor name, the amount, the date. Then they manually type all of that into your accounting system. That's 5 minutes per invoice. A customer fills out a contact form on your website. Someone copies their name, email, phone number, and inquiry into your CRM. Another 3 minutes. A support ticket comes in with customer details and an order number. Someone looks up the order, copies the information, updates the ticket. 4 more minutes. These small tasks add up fast. A business processing 50 invoices per week spends over 4 hours just on invoice data entry. That's 200 hours per year. At $25 per hour, you're spending $5,000 annually on one repetitive task. But the real cost goes beyond labor. Manual data entry creates errors. A mistyped invoice amount, a wrong customer email, a missing order number. Each mistake requires time to find and fix. Some cause delayed payments, unhappy customers, or incorrect financial reports. Your team also experiences something else: frustration. Nobody enjoys copying data from one system to another for hours. It's boring work that pulls focus from tasks that actually grow your business. AI automation removes humans from the data transfer process entirely. Instead of a person reading an invoice and typing numbers into software, AI reads the document, extracts the relevant information, and enters it directly into your system. The same principle applies to emails, forms, receipts, contracts, and any other document with structured information. This works through a technology called Document Processing AI. The AI reads text, identifies what each piece of information represents, and maps it to the correct fields in your software. For example, when AI reads an invoice, it recognizes what a vendor name looks like versus what a total amount looks like. It knows where to find the date and the line items. Then it transfers that data to your accounting system, using the same connections that allow different software tools to talk to each other. The important part is this happens automatically, with no human intervention. The AI can process documents 24 hours a day, doesn't make transcription errors, and handles hundreds of documents in the time it would take a person to process one. Let me show you a concrete example of how this works with invoices. A construction company receives about 60 vendor invoices per week by email. Before automation, an accounting assistant spent 6 hours every week opening these emails, downloading the PDF invoices, and manually entering vendor details, line items, and totals into QuickBooks. They implemented an AI automation system that monitors their invoices' email inbox. When an invoice arrives, the AI immediately extracts the sender information, reads the PDF attachment, and pulls out the vendor name, invoice number, date, line items, and total amount. The AI then creates a bill directly in QuickBooks with all this information already filled in. The accounting assistant receives a notification and spends 30 seconds reviewing the entry for accuracy before approving it. What changed? The 6 hours of manual data entry dropped to 1 hour of review time. That's 5 hours saved every week. Over a year, that's 260 hours, or the equivalent of 6 full work weeks. The company redirected those hours toward vendor relationship management and cash flow planning. They also saw their data entry error rate drop from about 12 errors per month to fewer than 2, because AI doesn't misread numbers or skip fields. The cost to implement this system was approximately $200 per month for the automation software. The labor savings alone were worth over $6,000 per year, a return of 30 times the investment. Here's another example from a different type of business. An insurance brokerage receives new client information through online forms on their website. Potential clients enter their name, contact details, type of insurance needed, current coverage, and specific questions. Before automation, an office manager spent 90 minutes each day copying this information from form submissions into their CRM system, then creating a task for an agent to follow up. They set up an AI automation that reads each form submission the moment it arrives. The AI extracts the client details and creates a new contact record in their CRM with all fields populated. It also analyzes the type of insurance requested and automatically assigns the lead to the appropriate agent based on their specialty. The AI goes one step further. It drafts a personalized initial response email acknowledging the inquiry and sets a follow-up reminder for the assigned agent. The office manager now spends about 15 minutes per day reviewing new leads instead of 90 minutes entering data. That's 75 minutes saved daily, which equals over 6 hours per week. Over the course of a year, this freed up more than 300 hours. The brokerage used that time to improve their client onboarding process and provide better service to existing customers. They also noticed something unexpected. Because leads were entered into the system and assigned within minutes instead of hours, their response time improved dramatically. Faster response times led to a higher conversion rate from inquiry to signed policy. When you eliminate manual data entry with AI automation, you see 3 clear benefits. First, direct time savings. The hours your team currently spends copying information can be redirected to activities that generate revenue or improve customer service. For most small businesses, this means recovering between 5 and 15 hours per week, depending on volume. Second, accuracy improvement. AI doesn't get tired, doesn't misread handwriting, and doesn't accidentally skip fields. Businesses typically see data entry error rates drop by 70 to 90%. Fewer errors means less time spent fixing mistakes and fewer problems caused by incorrect information. Third, cost reduction. Even if you only save 10 hours per week at $25 per hour, that's $13,000 per year. For many small businesses, the automation software costs between $100 and $300 monthly, creating a return on investment of 10 to 40 times within the first year. Beyond these measurable outcomes, there's an operational benefit that's harder to quantify but equally important. Your team's focus shifts from repetitive administrative work to strategic work. People are happier, turnover decreases, customer service improves because staff have time to actually help customers instead of just processing paperwork. Manual data entry is expensive, error-prone, and unnecessary in small businesses today. AI automation can read documents, extract information, and enter it into your systems faster and more accurately than any human. This technology is accessible and affordable for small businesses right now, not just large enterprises. Whether you're processing invoices, customer forms, support tickets, or any other type of document, AI can eliminate the manual work and free your team to focus on what actually matters. The businesses that implement these systems see immediate time savings, fewer errors, and better use of their team's capabilities. The cost is minimal compared to the value gained. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more practical guides on using AI automation in small business operations.